From the silent subsonic rounds that dropped sentries in the dark, to the multi-caliber sniper systems that held an entire city block hostage from the high ground. This is the arsenal of Operation Absolute Resolve. On January 3, 2026, the world woke up to a new reality. In a lightning-fast strike deep inside Caracas, operators from Delta Force breached a fortress, neutralized a regime, and captured Nicolas Maduro without a full-scale invasion. It was a masterclass in violence of action. But a raid this precise doesn't just happen. It requires a specific set of tools. Tools built for speed, silence, and overwhelming lethality. From the black mambas that cleared the hallways to the classified breaching tools that melted through reinforced concrete, this is the complete catalog of every major weapon, vehicle, and piece of gear used by Delta Force to capture a president. But before we breach the compound, make sure you are briefed for the next mission. Crush that subscribe button and activate notifications so you never miss a deployment from the military blueprint. Now, let's begin. We start with the primary tools of the trade, the rifles that went through the door, assault platforms, the HK-416D, the Raid Ender. For nearly 2 decades, this has been the gold standard of special operations, and in Caracas, it proved why it is still king. While the standard M4 is a fine weapon, Delta demands perfection. The 416 uses a short-stroke gas piston system, meaning it runs cool and clean even after dumping magazine after magazine. In the humid, dusty heat of Venezuela, where a jam means death, reliability is everything. Operators on the outer perimeter carried the 14.5-inch variant, fitted with the Geisel rail and the next-generation aiming laser. It is a weapon that doesn't just suppress the enemy, it dominates them. It is the hammer that drives the nail. The Sig Sauer LVAW, the Black Mamba. While the 416 held the perimeter, this is the ghost that went inside. LVAW stands for Low Visibility Assault Weapon, but the operators call it the Black Mamba. Based on the MCX platform, this weapon was the MVP of the Maduro raid. Chambered in .300 blackout, it fires a heavy, subsonic bullet that hits with the force of an AK-47 but is quieter than a nail gun when suppressed. Inside the concrete echoes of the presidential compound, silence was the only armor Delta had. The LVAW allowed the assault team to drop targets room by room without waking the guards on the floor above. It is small enough to hide under a jacket, but lethal enough to topple a government. The KS-1, the new blood. Rumors have circulated for months, but the Caracas footage confirmed it. A handful of operators were spotted wielding the Knight's Armament KS-1. This is the evolution of the legendary SR-16. It features a dimpled barrel to shave off ounces and a terrifyingly efficient suppressor system that vents gas away from the shooter's face. In a raid where split-second vision matters, keeping toxic gas out of your eyes is a tactical advantage. The KS-1 represents the bleeding edge of kinetic technology, lighter, faster, and built for the operator who counts every gram of weight. Rifles clear the rooms, but to get to the target, you often have to go through the obstacle. Breaching and heavy support. The Remington 870 MCS, the master key. A door is only a suggestion to a Delta operator. The modular combat shotgun is a pump-action problem solver. Cut down to a tiny 10-inch barrel and holstered on the hip or slung under an arm, it is used for one thing: ballistic breaching. Loaded with specialized frangible slugs made of compressed metal powder, it vaporizes hinges and deadbolts instantly, but turns to dust upon impact, ensuring no shrapnel hurts the hostages inside. In the narrow corridors of the safe house, the master key turned hardened steel doors into open invitations. The Broco thermal lance, the wall melter. Intelligence reports confirmed Maduro's safe room was reinforced with military-grade steel and concrete. Bullets don't work on bunkers. This does. The thermal lance is a handheld rod that burns at over 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It doesn't cut, it liquefies. During the raid, Delta breachers reportedly used these to slice through the impenetrable safe room walls like a hot knife through butter. It is a tool of industrial destruction, weaponized for surgical extraction. The Carl Gustav M4, the bunker buster. Outside the compound, things got loud. When a Venezuelan BTR-80 armored carrier attempted to intervene, it was met by the Goose. The M4 is a reusable, recoilless rifle made of titanium and carbon fiber. Weighing less than 15 pounds, it fires an 84mm high-explosive anti-tank round. It is a shoulder-fired artillery piece. One shot from the Gustav disabled the lead vehicle of the reaction force, creating a burning roadblock that bought the assault team the precious minutes they needed to exfil the high-value target. While the assaulters worked inside, a different breed of warrior watched from the rooftops. Precision rifles. The Barrett MK-22 MRAD, the shapeshifter, Gone are the days of bringing 3 different sniper rifles for 3 different jobs. The MRAD, or multi-role adaptive design, is the ultimate chameleon. The superpower is versatility. By swapping 2 bolts, a Delta sniper can change the caliber in minutes. In Caracas, they likely utilized the .338 Norma Magnum, a round with the range of a .50 caliber but the accuracy of a match rifle. From their overwatch positions on nearby skyscrapers, snipers used the MRAD to punch through engine blocks and body armor from over a kilometer away. It is the Swiss Army knife of long-range death. The M110A1 SAS, the silent watchman, for targets that require speed rather than brute force. This is a semi-automatic 7.62mm precision rifle based on the HK417. Compact, suppressed, and deadly accurate. It allows a designated marksman to put multiple rounds on multiple targets in seconds. In the chaotic extraction phase, where Venezuelan militia flooded the streets, the M110A1 provided a rapid-fire shield of precision fire, dropping threats before they could even raise their weapons. It bridges the gap between the assault rifle and the bolt-action sniper. But sometimes the fight gets too close for a rifle. Sometimes it comes down to inches, sidearms, CQB, and blades. The Glock 19 Gen 5. The polymer standard. Boring? Maybe. Effective? Absolutely. The Glock 19 is the Honda Civic of special operations. It just runs. Fitted with a Trigicon RMR red dot sight and a Surefire light, this is the primary backup for every operator. When a rifle runs dry in a hallway, the transition to the Glock is the difference between life and death. It doesn't have a safety lever to fumble with. You pull the trigger, and it bangs. In the high-stress environment of the capture, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The Staccato 2011, the Texan race car. Delta Force is unique. They allow operators personal preference. And recently, the Staccato has become a status symbol. It is a 1911 upgraded for the 21st century. Double-stack magazines, a match-grade trigger that breaks like a glass rod, and a price tag that could buy a used car. It is heavy, expensive, and requires maintenance, but it is arguably the fastest shooting pistol on Earth. For the operator who treats gunfighting as a competitive sport, the Staccato offers an edge that polymer pistols simply can't match. The HK MP7A1, the personal defense pocket knife. Not every operator carries a rifle. Dog handlers, medics, and VIP escorts need hands-free capability. The MP7 fires a tiny 4.6mm round designed to pierce Soviet body armor. It looks like a toy, but it spits rounds at 950 rounds per minute. During the exfiltration, as the team moved Maduro to the chopper, the close protection detail likely had these deployed. It offers machine gun firepower in a package that fits in a holster. It is the ultimate get-off-me gun. Winkler belt knife. The silent partner. Delta Force has a long relationship with master bladesmith Daniel Winkler. This isn't a shiny display piece. It is a chunk of 80 CRV2 steel coated in black oxide to prevent reflection. The handle is made of sculpted maple or micarta for a grip that works even when covered in oil or blood. In the tight confines of a grapple or for utility tasks like prying open a crate, the Winkler is the tool of last resort. It is primitive, brutal, and unbreakable. An operator is nothing without the gear that owns the night. Night vision and optics. L3 Harris GPNVG-18, the four-eyed monster. This is the status symbol of Tier 1. While standard infantry look through a toilet paper tube with a 40-degree field of view, the GPNVG-18 uses 4 separate tubes to create a 97-degree panoramic image. In the Maduro raid, this meant operators could clear corners without turning their heads, processing threats in their peripheral vision instantly. They cost as much as a luxury truck, but they turn pitch blackness into broad daylight. It is the unfair advantage. Now, let's look at the protection and the digital assets that keep the team alive. Armor, drones, and utility. OpsCore Fast SF. The crown. The days of heavy, pot-bellied Kevlar helmets are over. The Fast SF is made of a hybrid composite that stops 9mm rounds but weighs practically nothing. Its high-cut design isn't for style, it's to clear space for massive communication headsets. During the raid, this helmet served as the mounting platform for everything: lights, strobes, cameras, and battery packs. It is the chassis of the modern warrior. The Black Hornet 4 PRS. The flying eye. Before entering the main compound, Delta didn't guess what was inside. They saw it. The Black Hornet is a nanodrone small enough to fit in a grenade pouch. It is virtually silent and invisible at night. Operators launched these to scout the courtyard and peek into second-story windows before the breach. It gave the assault team God mode, situational awareness, allowing them to spot ambushes before they walked into them. ASM hand grenade. the pressure wave. When the team encountered a fortified bunker in the basement, a standard frag grenade wasn't enough. They used the ASM anti-structure munition. This is a thermobaric grenade. Instead of shrapnel, it disperses a cloud of metal powder and ignites it, creating a massive high-pressure wave that bends around corners and sucks the oxygen out of the air. Inside a confined space, it is instantly incapacitating. It is a weapon designed for one thing: bunker defeat. Finally, we must talk about the machines that got them there and got them out. The ride. The MH6 Little Bird, the killer egg. If you hear the buzz of these rotors, it's already too late. The 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment flies these stripped-down, high-performance helicopters. They are small enough to land on a roof, a street, or even inside a courtyard. In Operation Absolute Resolve, these agile birds inserted the blocking teams on the surrounding rooftops. Armed with miniguns and rocket pods, they are the guardian angels of the assault force. They are fragile, lacking armor, but their speed is their shield. The MH-60M Black Hawk. The silent workhorse. This isn't your standard infantry taxi. The Mike model is a hot rod, fitted with uprated engines and a strictly classified stealth kit. While not the full stealth design seen in the Bin Laden raid, these helicopters feature revised rotors and baffles to cut their acoustic signature in half. They carried the main assault force into the heart of Caracas, flying at 100 feet above the deck to dodge radar. They are the bus drivers of the apocalypse. From the silence of the .300 blackout LVAW to the roar of the Little Bird's miniguns, Operation Absolute Resolve was a symphony of engineering and training. The capture of a sitting president requires more than just bravery. It requires the right tool for every possible millisecond of the mission. Delta Force didn't just bring weapons to Venezuela. They brought a catalog of capabilities designed to dominate every inch of the battlefield. This was a raid where the equipment was as elite as the men wielding it. A force built for a decisive battle that started and ended in under 90 minutes. Which of these weapons would you choose for a night raid? Are you Team Glock or Team Staccato? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Military Blueprint for more deep dives into the machinery of war.